All right, let's move on to our preview show. UFC 269.
Oh, boy.
The final pay-per-view of the year. I cannot think of a better way to finish off these pay-per-view cards. Dude, this card is fucking ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. Even the prelims are fucking awesome, dude, man.
Jordan Wright, Bruno Silva to start off the prelims. Augusto Sakai versus Tai Tuivasa. Pedro Munoz versus Dominic Cruz.
Oh my goodness.
Josh Emmett versus Dan Ige.
That's just prelims.
This would be a great fight night.
Yes.
That would be a great fight night card. And this is the prelims for UFC 269. Are you kidding me or what? And then you get to the main card. You got Julian Paiva versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. Kai Kara France versus Cody Garbrandt. Jeff Hands of Steel Neal versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena. And then the lightweight championship of the world, Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. What a card.
I can't wait.
From top to bottom, man.
I can't fucking wait. Let's get into this. We start at the top. As always, main event of the evening for the lightweight championship of the world. Charles Oliveira, Dustin Poirier. Charles Oliveira coming in at plus 135 to a minus 160. Dustin Poirier. Whoo! Are you kind of shocked by this line?
No, I'm actually not. I'm not shocked, but I was initially, but I've really been doing some soul searching. I've really been like thinking about this fight and who I was going to go with. Because I just keep going back and forth. But as far as the breakdown's concerned, I'll just give it to you here. Charles Oliveira, an incredible story, you know, and obviously a career that a lot of people thought at one point he would never fight for a belt, you know, kind of the same way with Jan Blachowicz, like kind of that story, you know, wins 2 or 3 in a row and then will lose 2. And then you're kind of like, where's Charles in this division? But the stars aligned. It was perfect timing for him with Khabib Nurmagomedov retiring. He was able to get some really essential wins and then fight Michael Chandler for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. But Dustin Poirier.
Usman?
Yeah, but Dustin, man. And, for him to take the Conor fights made sense. And I'm not mad at him for it at all. He had to make money. He has to provide for his family. And I think strategically, he made the right move. I think Dustin Poirier goes out there. I just think it's his time. I don't know why I feel this way. I love Charles. And if Charles wins, I'm going to be just as happy for Charles Oliveira because I love him as well. But I just think it's Dustin's time to be the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. You know, obviously, what was it? UFC 242, I want to say, with Khabib, you know, losing that fight. You could tell it was devastating for Dustin. He wanted to taste that gold so bad. I mean, the true undisputed gold, obviously, it's different than being an IC. But I don't know, man. I just think Dustin is great. I think his stand-up is phenomenal. You know, obviously Michael Chandler caught Charles in that first round too. You thought maybe Michael was going to finish the fight, but I don't think Dustin gives him any room. I don't think he gives him any room. And if Dustin knows he's hurt, he's going to go for the finish. I think, obviously, Charles Oliveira, his jiu-jitsu is top-notch. I think if Dustin gets on his back, he's going to have a lot of problems. But I think Dustin on top, dude, is just as dominant. Dustin's one of the most well-rounded fighters in the UFC, in my opinion. And I think his top pressure is really good. He gets side control or something. It's going to be hard for Charles to get out of that. I just see Dustin Poirier winning this fight, man. And I went back and forth. I told you last week I was going to have Charles. I was going to pick Charles. But I don't know. I feel something. I feel like it's finally time for Dustin to be the undisputed champ.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying with the first Conor McGregor-Dustin Poirier fight. I was saying I feel like Conor is just, the mystique might be back. And I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know. The way Dustin and Conor were very competitive on the feet until he got the finish, obviously. And Charles almost got finished by Michael Chandler on the feet and then came out, stunned him, and finished him off. Dude, this is a pick'em fight. I am shocked that the line is not closer. I know it's decently close, 160 to 135, but I mean, still, bro, like, this should be a pick'em fight, a coin fucking flip. You're right.
What does that show you about, what does that show you about Vegas, right?
They're kind of biased.
Well, Charles still the underdog. They're still counting him out. Mm-hmm. He's a champion, man. And they're still counting this guy out. That has historically been his career, right? So I think that's why the lines are a little bit wider than we would assume.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super hard to pick this fight, dude. I mean, because it's a fantastic matchup on the feet. I'm not going to count out Oliveira on the feet. He can beat Dustin Poirier, but I mean, the edge is there with Poirier. I think he's got more power. I think he's got cleaner boxing. I think he could definitely mix things up. And he hit massive power shots and put Oliveira out. He can knock him out, man. Yeah. That thug jitsu is insane. He's so good and crisp on the feet, man. I don't know who to pick in this fucking fight, bro. Because if it goes down to the ground, I see Oliveira submitting Dustin. I know how good Dustin is on the ground, especially if Dustin ends up on top. But it doesn't matter, man. This man has more submissions in the UFC than anyone else. This man is an absolute fucking phenom on the ground. And if Oliveira gets on top, he's not going to let Poirier get back up.
No.
I don't see Poirier getting back up if he's on bottom, dude. I think
that's
Charles
what I was
can grind
too.
him out.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. And again, Charles is a phenomenal jiu-jitsu practitioner, and I think Dustin's got a lot to work, or not a lot to work with if Charles gets him in a compromised position. But man, I don't know. Like, this is what I do. If you're a betting man, this is the way to do it. Don't bet on the fight. Don't bet on a winner and loser. You make 2 prop bets. Here are the prop bets. You ready? And I'm not a financial advisor. First one, Dustin by KO. I do that prop bet, and then I do Charles by submission. Those are the 2 prop bets. Those are the only 2 bets I would make on this fight.
Yeah, it's just too hard to pick, dude. I mean, if it stays on the feet, I don't know. Dustin, maybe. If it goes down to the ground, I don't know. Charles, maybe. Like, that's what it is, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know who wins this fight. I'm very excited to see what happens, dude. I'm not counting out Charles, especially on the feet. I'm not counting out Dustin, especially on the ground. I just can't wait. Can this be Saturday already, please?
I know.
I just want to watch it. I just want to see who wins. I just love this lightweight division. I wouldn't be surprised if these men end up fighting 3 times.
Yeah. And again, guys, Fight Companion, UFC 269. We're going to have 6 people on the Fight Companion. Could turn to a bit of a shit show. We got me and Tabor. Devin's going to be on. Cash Krause from the Have You Seen a Podcast will be here. My wife, Mary, and...
my little brother.
Yes, and Steely, the Marine, will be on. Tabor's brother. So we're going to have a full show, full Fight Companion. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already to watch that church coin picks. Before we get the picks, dude, do you want me to give you some church coin?
I don't want you to give it to me. I want to earn a church coin.
Okay, so I'll give you 8,000 church coin right now.
How about this? Because I don't want you. Let's do it this way, okay? Because I don't want you to give me your church coin because I don't want to do it that way. But like,
how about you just
for
buy
a
in?
Buy-in. Yeah, but I don't want to affect your church coin because then that takes away, and I don't want it to be like sketchy or anything. Like if I were to somehow get close, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Okay, then do you just want to get buy-in somehow with 8,000 so you have
sure?
A little
I mean,
more betting room?
You set the rules though, so go ahead. What
All
do
right,
I got to do?
Either you get a T-shirt for Patreon, which is $20, or you just do a shoey. How about that? You got to do a shoey.
Fair. Shoeys are $20 for super chats.
How about this? Either you buy a T-shirt or you do a shoey to start the show off next week. So early shoey.
Okay, fuck it. I'll do a shoey.
Let's go.
I'll do a shoey to start out UFC 269 Fight Companion, boys.
Let's go. All right, you get 8,000 more church coins,
Wow.
so that'll just bring your total up to a little over 10,000. So go ahead and you can do that math.
Okay,
I'll start off with a pick while you do this. Man, this is a very difficult fucking fight for me to pick, guys, especially with the lines. I don't know who. I reserve my right to change my pick, especially on the Fight Companion. We will do it before the fight ends if I end up doing that. 2,000 church coin on Charles Oliveira. I think he's going to get the submission. I think especially if he lands on top, he can get the triangle. Even if he's on bottom, he can get a triangle. He can get an arm bar. He's going to be a very, very dangerous fighter on the ground. Poirier will respect that. And Poirier, I think, is going to avoid the ground because I do believe, especially in his mind, he's the better striker. Yeah. But you never know. He might even think he's the better fighter overall. And I wouldn't be shocked if he completely dominated Oliveira on the ground. I mean, Oliveira did get submitted by Paul Felder. That was his last loss. And ever since then, he's been a different fighter. But still. You know, you got to take that into consideration. But Charles Oliveira, 2,000 church coin. I want to put more on. Trust me, I really want to put more church coin on this fight. But it's just this is the one that I don't know if I can. I know it's just so you just don't know either way, and that's the same with me. I only have 10,000. I got half of what Tabor has now because I will be doing a shoey to open up UFC 269. For me, man, the most I can put on Poirier is 750 church coin. I just think he'll win this fight, but again. Charles can definitely do it. He is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. It's going to be a phenomenal matchup. I'm very excited. 750 church coin and a minus 160 for Dustin Poirier. All right, Ant W, shout out to you real quick. It's a hard fight to call, but my gut is telling me Oliveira by submission. Yeah, it's a very extremely hard fight to call.